One of the really positive and strong competitive features of the XCOM record and RF spectrum capture and record systems is the ability for the user to record literally hours, even days of spectrum in length. The problem with that is that you can record in hours or days in length, and it may very well be that you happen to be looking for a very transitory event, one that even worse could not only be transitory in nature, but also very, very short in duration. And it would be very difficult for an operator or an analyst to have to sit there and look through hours of recorded spectrum looking for a single event that literally could disappear in the blink of an eye. An example of that, this is a short file. It's actually only several seconds in length, but it doesn't appear that very much is going on, at least in the beginning. Occasionally there's a very brief moment of recorded spectrum at very, very low power levels, but it's perhaps not what the operator is specifically looking for. He or she may be looking for very specific high power level activity that could be occurring well into the file and could take a very, very long time to find. So what Spectro-X provides the user is something called a Playback-Time-Overview window. Basically what this allows is for the operator to set a jump time in precision of picoseconds up through seconds, where the program in just an overview mode will jump based on the sample spacing that is provided by the operator, and then play X number of samples defined by time at each one of those sample jump points, and then jump again, play a short amount of the file, jump through, and be able to therefore visually summarize extremely quickly the entire file in one window. The jump times could be milliseconds with microseconds worth of play at each jump. The jump times could be 15 minutes with a 1 second overview at each one of those 15-minute jump times, or any intervals and any number of samples in between, so that very quickly hour-long files could be summarized in a matter of seconds and presented to the operator. So if we do that on this particular file, by clicking on the Playback Time Overview button, and a new window appears called the Playback Time Overview window, and we can see, based on a fairly quiescent low level of activity, almost sort of noise floor level at the beginning and at the end of the file, what is of interest is this activity in the middle. So we can quickly provide a tool that allows the operator to ignore things earlier, ignore things after the area of activity, and focus only on that area of activity that he or she wants to see. So we can draw, as I've just done, a very short box, or I can draw a very long box to include the entire area of activity, and when I release the mouse button, just that area of activity defined in time from the left edge to the right edge of the box is played in all of the remaining windows. I can also, if I right-click in that window, tell Spectro-X to no longer play from the start of the file to the end of the file, but instead accept the left edge to the right edge as the start and stop times of the new playback. Click Accept. If I wish, I can just go ahead and allow the time overview window to give me a new overview of just that section, or to just go ahead and stop that and then just hit play, and Spectro-X immediately picks up from the beginning of that area of activity, as I've just shown, and will play to the end out to, in this case, to 2.54 seconds. So a very, very quick way to visually summarize a particular file in one window very quickly, and then allow the operator to isolate in on particular areas of activity, excluding those that may not be of interest, and sort through their analysis job much more quickly.